Now we'll study about the Savanna region or Sudan type region. The word Savanna has been used to indicate to the tropical wet and dry climate. The Savanna region extends in both the hemispheres between 10 and 20 degree latitude. It includes llanos of Colombia and Venezuela, composed of south central Brazil and Gran Chaco of Bolivia in South America, hilly areas of Central America, and the Savanna region in Central and East Africa. The maximum extent of Savanna region is found in Sudan. Because of this, it's known as Sudan type region. Now, in Africa, the savannas extend in a crescent-shaped belt encircling the tropical evergreen rainforest and include Guinea coastal countries, Sudan, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Malagasy. The savanna, what are the physical conditions? The savanna climate is characterized by distinct wet and dry seasons, high temperature throughout the year, and abundant insolation. That is there is distinct wet and distinct dry season, and high temperatures throughout the year, and there is abundant insolation. Temperature does not fall below 20 degrees in any month of the year. Mean annual rainfall ranges between 25 and 50 centimeter on the desert fringes of the savanna and 130 to 200 centimeters border with the equatorial climate. There are only two seasons, dry season and wet season. Dry season receives only 10 to 20% of annual rainfall, while wet season receives between 80 to 90% of the total annual rainfall. Though the general characteristics of typical savanna vegetation are trees and grasses, but it is dominated by grasses due to intermediate position of savannas between the two climatic extremes. The natural vegetation of wet, dry savanna regions make a transition between evergreen forests and barren desert. However, there are no sharp boundaries between grasslands and forests. The forest gradually merges with the low bushes and grasses. The savanna vegetation consists of occasional trees amidst extensive grasses which give it a parkland appearance. Actually, it's basically a grass-oriented, majorly grasses are found here, and occasionally you will find trees amidst the extensive grassland area. The trees are low with umbrella-shaped grounds. Nearly the desert margins, the grasses become shorter and scanty. The savanna grasses are generally 1 to 6 meters in height. And there are 4 types of savanna vegetation. Woodland savanna, dominated by small trees and shrubs. Relatively open vegetation cover in terms of trees and shrubs, which are sparsely distributed. Shrub savanna, dominated by grasses at the ground layer and shrubs at the second layer. And the grass savanna, characterized by overdominance of dense grasses with the absence of trees and shrubs. Now, they are having number of herbivorous mammals such as buffalo, zebra, elephant, giraffe, hippopotamus, wild beast, crocodile, many types of antelopes, etc. And the carnivorous animals include lions, hyenas, jackals, wild dogs, etc. Now, we can say the human response. What is the human response? These are the savanna regions are the vast areas, and they are unoccupied. Notable concentration of population is found basically in the West Indies, western coast of Central America, eastern Brazil, Sudan, Nigeria, and they are in the primitive stage of development, while others are rather advanced. On the equatorial margins of rainforest, the native people practice shifting agriculture, and they have developed a rudimentary agriculture of sedentary type. Farming becomes precarious towards the drier margins, and agriculture gives way to grazing. Many African tribes of savanna grasslands include Maasais, and they depend chiefly on cattle for subsistence. The European colonists laid the foundation of commercial agriculture in Latin America, and they have planted. Portuguese developed sugarcane plantation in Brazil and West Indies, and Cuba and Brazil are the major exporters of sugar. Cotton in Brazil and tobacco in Zimbabwe and East Brazil are the major commercial crops, and there is a commercial grazing despite extensive grassland. Commercial grazing is not well developed because grass becomes dry and harsh during summer season, and there is lack of fodder for animals. Other industries are also there: sugar refining industry, tanning industry, extraction industry, textile industry, and mining of petroleum, sulfur, copper is also there. And majorly native people like Maasais in Kenya and Tanzania are in the primitive stage of development, and they held their cattle. They are cattle herders, and uh, they are dependent mostly on the animals and livestock for their livelihood.